And then remember Allbirds? They just announced they will stop making these fabric sneakers and become an AI company called Newbird AI. Allbirds had been struggling with its stock price, wallowing around $3. Well, now it's up around $18. So this Allbirds story made a lot of people do a double take. So let's bring in Yahoo Finance senior reporter Brooke DiPalma with more on this. So Brooke, how is Allbirds all of a sudden becoming an AI company? I mean, it worked, I guess, according to the stock today.
Right. And investors are certainly eating this one up. I mean, this is a story that you just can't make up. Overnight, the company jumped from roughly $21.7 million market cap to now $159 million. And it's largely because Allbirds says that it's going to be New Bird AI. Essentially, it says that it's looking to fill the gap that it sees in the markets and provide high performance AI chips and also data center space. More specifically, the company said that it's looking to meet the rise of AI development and adoption that's created this structural demand that it thinks that it can meet. But this is really a company that has struggled to find its way, as you had others like that's on running behind those sneakers, and also Hoka really increase their competitive edges over recent years. And Allbirds, that once known as Silicon Valley's favorite shoe, has certainly came behind the mark here, and now it's pivoting, and investors seem to be optimistic about this.
So if Allbird can do this, do we expect other companies then to follow?
Well, Juliet, this is really where the money is. We know that Allbirds secured about $50 million in funding already. That's expected to close soon. And so we might see other companies that have been struggling as of late to adopt AI, to say that they're bringing in AI into their business strategy, and even pivot as much as this company did from sneakers to completely AI. But this just goes to show that this is where the money is. This is where venture capitalists are investing in. And clearly Allbirds looking to jump in on that trend, but it's a big question mark of whether or not we'll be able to see results in the near term, what exactly this will look like, and how exactly the company is going to ultimately compete within this space.
So anytime we hear AI, we wonder how that's going to affect the job market and those employees working for Allbirds. So how does that trickle down?
Right. Well, Allbirds has completely pivoted. It closed all of its U.S. stores in February. Also, it sold off its footwear business completely back in March to American Exchange Group. That's the company behind shoes like Aerosols and Ed Hardy. That was valued about $39 million. But this was a company that was once valued at $4 billion when it came to its valuation. And so the question here is really whether or not this adds to this AI story that we're seeing. We know that Q1, the first quarter results around NVIDIA, around Meta, around Google, that's really what investors have their eyes on. So sure, we'll be following to see exactly what Allbirds will be saying, but really these hyperscalers like Google, like Meta, as well as NVIDIA is where investors have their eyes on to really understand how this AI strategy plays out. Also, Juliet, not the first time that a company has pivoted to a trend. Back in 2017, Long Island Iced Tea actually adopted the name Long Blockchain Corp in order to jump on the crypto bandwagon that we saw back then. And so we could see other companies doing this, but the AI story really magnifies around that Magnificent Seven still.
Yeah, and is it for the long haul, or is it for a trend, or just the trend? We'll see. Brooke DiPalma. Brooke, thank you.